Welcome to Knights of Roleplay, an adventuring podcast. This is an actual play 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Royalty-free music provided by Kevin MacLeod, Plate Mail Games, and Tabletop Audio. And now, to adventure. Hello and welcome. My name is Chris Buckner. I'm the primary Dungeon Master for Knights of Roleplay and Adventuring Podcast. As our adventure begins, it is Stardate 1102.81. The party has spent the last couple of months on the Rock of Bra working at their home, the Hammered Unicorn Forge. During that time, Strax has been researching ways to keep creatures from teleporting into the forge. Unfortunately, the cost of spellcasting services has proven to be too much of an obstacle. Strax has also been looking for information regarding fire elemental myrmidons. He intends to make a ring of fire resistance, and the myrmidon's plate armor is a necessary component for crafting the ring. So Strax, over the last 2 months, you've spoken with your Artisans Guild, a wizard, and your black market contacts regarding fire elemental myrmidons. You have been given the location of a fiery planet located a week away from the rock, where myrmidons are rumored to be located. At the end of the 2 months, you are all at the forge. It's late, just after midnight. There's a knock at the front door of the forge. What do you all do?
We're closed! Haven't we been through this before?
Arvine elbows Strax.
This isn't the first time this has happened.
Who is it?
You hear this sort of soft voice say, "It's Elan."
Oh, it seems
Yeah, all right.
our
Fine.
elf friend is here.
All right, I go and unlock the door.
Okay.
Disable the words.
Disable the word. I think I'll use the key.
So she had, Elan had told you that she was going to try to find out if she could get you an audience with the elders of her people, and you haven't heard from her in the past 2 months. So, so you open the door for her, and she steps in.
Like elves, they have a timetable of their own anyway, so whatever.
So, okay, so you had retrieved the astrolabe artifact for her on behalf of her people. You haven't seen her in 2 months, and she says, "I apologize for the late hour. I have urgent information regarding the astrolabe. My people have been somewhat secretive, but the lack of information regarding the astrolabe has been troubling. When I tried to find information for you about the astrolabe, I was met with a great deal of resistance. When I explained your group's situation and requested an audience for you with the elders, they refused. Since then, I have done much research on my own, scouring the depths of our libraries and casting divination spells. I've discovered something very important. The astrolabe doesn't act as a compass to find an ordinary spelljamming vessel. It can be used to find the spelljammer itself." So everyone make history checks for me, please.
Don't pilot a spelljammer.
Janie, what'd you get?
2.
And Arvine?
10.
And Strax?
Can I use my carpenter's tools to get advantage on the check?
God. You have your
No.
hobgoblin.
I'm kidding, I got 16.
16. And Matisse?
14.
14. Okay. Okay. So, none of you know much more than the fact that you've sort of heard it mentioned offhandedly by the crew of the Stara. You didn't quite catch the contents of their conversation, but you heard them talking about a ship known as the Spelljammer. It's just called, like, the Spelljammer.
It wasn't important at the time.
Yeah, but it's obviously something important. So she says, Spelljammer legend grows with each passing year, fueled by rumor and gossip. It is said that a single creature can pilot the ship, that at the Spelljammer's heart rests a device like a crown of stars that allows the user to command the ship. It is said the ship is the plaything of an elder god, a toy sent out to sow discord in the universe. Some say the Spelljammer is a test set up by the gods of good, or by the gods of evil, as something that may be attained at some time by their faithful. The Spelljammer has been sighted in various places in the universe throughout time, and attempts have been made to land on it. Often battles between conflicting factions over possession of the Spelljammer ensue when the ship appears in a system. Reports of the Spelljammer's destruction have surfaced several times in myth, but it has always reappeared after a time. I hate to think what would happen if the Spelljammer falls into the hands of the group that killed your captain. Being in possession of the artifact puts my people at risk. The elders of my people are too blind to acknowledge the danger, instead believing in our righteous authority as a supposedly advanced race. She takes off a satchel from around her neck and puts it on the floor. It falls open, revealing the astrolabe. Do with this what you will. I will have no part of it, and I won't let harm come to my people as a result of possessing it. She sort of takes a deep breath and then starts to turn to walk out the door, and she says, "Eventually the theft of the astrolabe will be discovered and I will fall under suspicion. I'll be leaving on a transport ship immediately. I wish you well." You can see she's getting ready to exit the forge. Would you like to say anything to her? John is holding up a finger. Pause.
I'm getting myself into the mindset here.
John is getting into character.
It sometimes takes me a
Are you
minute.
motioning to the other characters that you want to speak first?
Wasn't
I think John is telling the
that was
DM.
pausing. I was telling DM to pause.
Arvine would say that this is a brave thing that you've done, and I don't want to speak too far out of turn, but I wonder if perhaps crewing on our ship might be a solution that fits both of our needs.
No, because then they would discover me and they would put your ship in danger.
I think having the artifact on our ship is going to put us in danger anyway.
They don't
Honestly.
know where the artifact is. They probably assume that it's with me.
Sorry.
That's okay.
My brain is not engaging tonight.
Arvine kind of
Engage.
looks at the others.
Matisse says, "Thank you for all that you've done. I know this has probably been hard and difficult for you to make this decision, but know that it's something that is probably the best for all players involved in this scenario."
It's late.
Scenario.
But good luck to you, and may our paths cross again sometime in the future.
And good luck to all of you as well.
I reach down, I pick up the satchel, assuming nobody has yet at this point.
Sure.
You already paid us for recovering this thing, right? So if you're giving it back to us,
You can keep your money, Strax.
did you need anything in trade? I got a whole storeroom back here if you need something.
She doesn't strike you as the fighting type, as the melee type.
You never know.
Protection?
She says that is very generous, but no thank you.
Well, your loss.
Janie bounds toward her and jumps into her arms in a giant glopping hug.
She awkwardly accepts the hug.
And with her psychic ability, basically whispers into her mind, be safe. Know that you will always be welcome as a friend. And should you ever need us, we are always here for you.
Okay, she psychically returns and says, "Thank you, I appreciate that." And then she turns to walk out. All right.
Off she goes. Into
Janie
the
goes
night.
with her. But she's still holding on.
Dragging you behind.
Like a koala.
All right.
And then a new character shows up at the door, played by Sarah.
Matisse asked
I heard you might
Strax
need a new spellcaster.
if he's been able to do her project that she's asked for.
In 2 months. What were you looking for?
The black pistol weapon.
Oh, the black powder pistol.
The black powder pistol, right. I think it was enough time.
I'm pretty sure you had enough time.
Yeah, I had plenty of time for that. So, yeah. Have yourself a black powder pistol. You already paid me for it, so.
Thanks, Strax.
Yeah, no problem. I haven't made too many of those. Don't blow it up.
Which you're taking even though it's a dex weapon because it hits pretty hard when you do hit with it, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Something that
So-
gives me a faraway attack.
A better range attack.
High risk, high return.
Sure, sure.
Cool, cool. Okay, so I mean, the rest of the night passes, unless there's anything in particular you want to do before getting either back to bed or going to bed. I don't know how late
Lock
you
the
guys
door.
stay up. Yeah, sure, lock
Lock
the door.
set the wards.
Yep.
Kind of turn to the others. I don't know. It still feels a little wrong letting her go off on her own.
She'll be fine. She's probably been doing it a lot longer than you've been alive.
I mean,
I'm
she
tired
seems, she
of
seems
going
fairly powerful and resourceful,
Yeah.
relatively speaking.
Elves, Arvine, are a very proud race, and she probably wouldn't have taken us up on an offer to help her probably at all. I have met a few in my time, and they've all been pains in my ass.
Still feels wrong to me, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, that's about how I feel about them, too. Pain in the ass. Of course, I feel that about the rest of you, too, but whatever.
Okay.
The little one laying down at this point. So
I'm sorry, anyway.
the little one, is she laying down?
Is Liliana sleeping? Okay. Yes.
Timestamp.
Okay.
Timestamp. 40. Okay. So the next day comes. What would you like to do? How would you like to proceed?
Go to breakfast and talk this over. I have the. Actually, you know what? Probably best to keep it in the bag.
Yeah.
Let's keep the astrolabe in the bag.
In
That's
the
probably
whole
the safest
bag of
place for it.
holding?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Not in the shop.
Not in the shop.
Huge target on
I
whoever's in
think
the
it's
shop.
less likely to be detected in the bag of
I
holding.
don't think you can detect things in a bag of holding.
Does anybody want to fight me for the last cookie? Because it's about to get eaten.
Probably.
All right. So the astrolabe is in the bag of holding.
Astrolabe's in the bag of holding.
Okay. And you're doing what now exactly?
Let me just put that in. Going to breakfast. We can discuss what our move is.
Going to the laughing beholder.
Sure.
We need out a while.
Well, not one of us can cook.
Well, no one's really said so.
I can control fire.
No, Irving can cook.
But Matisse says...
Not one of us wants to eat Arvine's cooking.
This is a good morning for a drink to start the day right.
I'll drink to that.
I wonder if we feel safe asking Luigi what he knows about a certain ship. He's got a lot of interesting history and lore.
Okay.
Hey,
So you
I'm
go to
sure
the
he'd
Laughing
love to tell
Beholder.
us. I'm sure he'd love to tell us some stories about the Spelljammer. I mean, it seems to be an open topic of conversation.
Hey, come on over to the bar. Have some breakfast.
Hey, Luigi.
Morning, Luigi.
Hello.
Hi, honey.
Alright, get food.
Yeah, I got food. Hey, Luigi.
Yeah.
Quick question for you. Been hearing a lot of rumors around lately about the Spelljammer.
Oh yeah. Spelljammer.
I'm kind of new to this area. What's the deal with it?
Well, it's some sort of like really ancient and powerful ship, and it kind of like breaks the laws of physics. It does things that Spelljammer ships are not supposed to do because of like the size and the movement, and everybody that finds out where it is, they go and they try to get it, and they usually wind up like fighting and killing each other. And
Sounds
but
like a good time.
it's like the size of a small city.
Oh.
You know, it's huge, and it does things that something that size should not be able to do. Moves at speeds it shouldn't be able to move at. Probably has all kinds of other weird things going on with it too.
When was the last time you heard about something like that, Luigi?
I hear stories, you know, every now and then from different people. You know,
I was just curious because I'd heard about it. I'm just like, but we pilot a spelljammer. What makes this thing so special?
yeah, it's basically because of the size and the capabilities that it has for something that's that big.
A city-sized ship that's very scary and spectacular at the same time.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like really powerful. I mean, I don't know exactly what else it can do, but it travels really fast for a big ship.
Thanks, Luigi.
Sure.
Take my usual.
He uses his telekinetic eye stalk to bring food over.
Make that 2.
Liquid breakfast.
Okay, floats the ale over to you.
Nothing like starting your morning with grains.
I'm kind of with the mindset that we bug out and go try to go get your fire elemental.
Have I even talked to you guys
here.
about it yet?
That's up to you.
Have you not? Or
I mean, you've been doing the legwork to find the information. I mean, I don't know if you went out by yourself, or if you were with the party.
Well, if I'm going out for my contacts, probably would be mostly by myself.
So it's up to you, John. You tell us whether or not you discussed it.
All right, I might have mentioned it in passing just to move things along.
Janie's gonna mingle with some people around the bar.
I'm of the
Go
mindset
mingle.
that we get off the rock and
Like
try to just
chit chat with some of the boys.
because some heat is likely to come onto us.
Oh, you
either
want to
they
dodge
wanna
one
talk about
heat
ships.
and go to another?
I'm of the mind that we go for the other heat and then maybe while we're traveling assess this thing further.
I mean, I'm certainly not going to object if we all want to go and look for some parts. But, you know, as good a place to be as any.
A little adventure might be in order after everything we've been through so far.
You can keep your adventure. I just want the parts.
Who's to say that an adventure isn't in order
I just want to
with
break
parts?
some parts.
I'd rather take the time in wild space to assess the subject anyway. And traveling to and from somewhere seems like a good opportunity. Gets us away from here.
I sussed out any information about the about this destination and how far away it is.
A week.
1 week away.
It's a week away. Yep.
That's not too bad. We can afford that.
It's been 1 week.
Just a matter of provision. Yeah, all right. Well,
And I guess
just a matter of provisions for the crew.
is there any other research you want to do before we go?
Well, I know what my target is, so probably want to
Been
research.
researching for a couple
Probably-
of months. I think he's probably good.
Yeah, he's been gathering information for 2 months.
Yeah.
If we're going
So I'm
to
hoping that includes information on the myrmidons themselves, because obviously I need to be able to harvest the parts.
I mean, you know that you basically just have to grab the armor off of the. Well, it's not. It's an elemental, so you're assuming that the plate armor will just kind of fall off.
Okay.
Yeah.
When it dies.
Yeah,
All right.
when it dies. Yeah.
Easy enough.
Yep.
All right.
if we're going to a fireplace, is that where we're going? Then wouldn't we need some kind of something to counteract the flames?
Well, that's why we're going there.
He wants to build a ring of fire resistance.
To control me.
I see.
To protect you,
Well,
Jamie.
protect
To help
I was going
protect.
to say, not to
Protect.
control you.
Okay. So what's going on?
Well, all right. Well, I guess we can see if we can drum up the crew, get some provisions for
I'm talking to
a
a
couple
really
weeks.
cute, like, bugbear in the back.
Of course, payment for the crew too. However much that's going to be. But that's your problem. It's your ship, by the way. Yeah, I got the forge. I don't want a ship.
It's technically all of your ships.
Ship that.
Totally ship it.
Okay, so once Janie's done flirting with Bugbear guy, you want to try to gather this crew of the Star Runner?
Sure. Or at least, probably. Let's see. It's still early morning. Yeah, we'll spend the day gathering the necessary provisions and leave them on it.
Okay.
Including hitting up the market. Anybody need anything at the market?
I mean, usual food supplies for traveling, but otherwise, do we still have healing potions? Do we want to look for any more?
Let's see. I mean, GH88 has a regular healing potion and the adrenaline shot.
Adrenaline shot is good.
5 shots left on it. Stop that. Oh. D&D Beyond does not like my palette. It's okay.
I mean, I'd love to try to find another magic laser sword, but I don't think I'm going to find one within budget for what I have right now.
Yeah, and I've got 2 potions of healing, regular potions of healing on me. So.
Okay.
So that's my accompaniment.
Plus GH88.
Plus GH88.
Yeah.
Yep.
And a robot dog. War.
Does GH88's healing go up at 11th level?
I believe.
I also have 2
Yes.
healing potions.
Cool. Very cool. Okay, so you're gonna take what you got and go with the crew?
Yeah, I mean, I guess if I poked around for a magic laser sword, do I find a vendor? Because I found it in the market the last time that I looked.
Make an investigation check.
Sure. Probably not going to find it. We'll see.
If there's
Maybe
if there's one there, there's a good chance you'll find it.
Maybe I found it after all.
Is
Okay,
that a
that's
critical?
right. Yes, it is.
Oh.
Except that my investigation's -1, so it's a 19.
But that's also critical, isn't it?
That's still pretty good.
Well, for laser swords, yeah.
So you find a vendor that might be able to get a hold of one,
Okay.
but it would probably be at half again as much cost as it would normally be.
Okay. So that's what, like 1,500? Or?
I don't remember exactly how much it costs, but we can look it up later.
Okay.
And the person can get it for you in like about a week.
Okay. So I kind of say, all right, well, hopefully we'll catch up later then. Don't want to delay us departing to wait for that. So
Yeah, you can figure out price later and whether
Sure,
you
sure.
actually put the order in. All right.
Okay. So basically, your point of contact with the crew is the quartermaster Olo. He sort of handles a lot of the stuff on the ship, and typically when you want to go somewhere, you tell him, and he gathers the crew for you. So the next day, all the crew was there, and you stock up on supplies, and you head away from the rock with the crew of the Star Runner. The week-long journey to the Fire Planet is uneventful, and the crew is a little subdued, as this is their first mission without Captain Braun. You do hear from many of the crew that they have never been to a fire planet, so many of them seem eager to arrive at the planet. Some of them are a little bit excited about that. And as the fire planet comes into view, it is a glowing sphere of brown and orange. Hal slowly pilots the Star Runner into the upper atmosphere, where the temperature jumps up about 10 degrees inside the ship's air envelope. By the time the Star Runner nears the surface, everyone on board, with the exception of the constructs, is sweating from the heat. There are volcanoes and lava trails everywhere. Strax's various sources indicated that the most likely place to find fire elemental myrmidons would be inside a volcano. With that knowledge, Hal pilots the Star Runner to just outside outside of a volcano that has a large cave opening on one side. So, adventurers, how would you like to proceed?
I'm checking to see if the personal atmospheres offer any protection against the environmental heat. It'll let us breathe in the volcano, but I wonder if it'll do some.
Right. Is there anything else we can do to protect ourselves?
The personal atmospheres do not affect the temperature, I don't believe. I mean, it's been a while since I read what I made.
This special magical item is commonplace in the Spacefarers universe. It is a small square device measuring blah blah blah. Has to collect blah blah blah. When there is no air around this item or the air quality around this item is fouled or deadly, it automatically creates an air envelope of fresh air around the wearer that lasts for 24 hours. Due to the unique protective properties in this item, the air envelope created by it does not mix with other air envelopes. This item has one use.
So, yeah, it's still hot.
It's still hot.
Yeah, the temperature doesn't really change inside the
All right.
personal atmosphere.
I guess, is there anything else that we can do to protect ourselves better from the heat besides making sure we bring extra water with us for hydration? Does anyone else on the crew have ideas?
They got a bunch of
Nimble?
bottled water under the deck there. Totally a dad joke.
Sorry, I don't have my ice spells anymore. I can freeze you.
I get you with Ray of Frost a lot. You might take some damage.
So refreshing.
That might make the fight a little bit more difficult. I could just keep casting absorb elements over and over.
So most of the crew is out on deck because they just think this is all really cool. They're kind of looking around.
Yeah.
They're sweaty, but they're like, yeah, this is cool.
From the volcano, do we feel like where we're parked is stable? I mean, is there anything different about how we'd rig the crew so that they're ready to take off in a hurry if we have to? Or
Well, I mean, the ship doesn't, unless you have water to land in, the ship just kind of hovers there. Mm-hmm. So it's not physically bound in any way. I mean, Hal can just immediately pilot the ship away if something happens.
Well, we're not going to know unless we go. So,
Off we
guess
go.
we'll find ourselves a spot of land and
Okay.
I'm guessing
Make
what
our
you're
way towards
describing as a cave in the side of the volcano is kind of like a landing dock, kind of.
You can definitely find places where you can if you want to just like climb down the ladder from the Star Runner, that's fine. Yeah.
Like we'd be like on a ledge that then goes into the cave.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
That's
Absolutely.
what my imagination was seeing. Imagination.
Okay, so you travel for about 10 minutes into a series of natural caves and passages, oftentimes walking near lava flows, but you can, avoid them. So after about 10 minutes of walking, the heat and the somewhat confined space starts to become a little bit difficult to move through. So I would like everybody to please make Constitution saving throws for me.
Oh boy.
remember, we get a buff with Matisse.
Yes, you do get a buff with
If we're
Matisse.
that close to her.
I will assume that you are all that close.
The buff is how much?
It is +2 to saves.
+2 to saves. Or protection, is that what it's called? Mm-hmm. It's a really awesome feature.
And what kind of save was it?
Constitution.
Constitution. Okay.
All right, Janie, what'd you get?
16.
16, okay.
18.
18,
26.
26,
And 17.
17, okay. So you all managed to kind of fight off the feeling of exhaustion that's sort of trying to come over you.
I just fluff up my fur a little bit to let some air through.
Splash a little bit of the water rations
Do the
on
chicken
people.
thing.
Yep.
Get that evaporative cooling effect. Right? Yeah.
Hold out your wings.
Okay, so you kind of hold off the effects of the heat on you right now, and you continue moving on. And you enter into a large 60-foot across natural chamber. And as you do, a fiery portal opens up 30 feet away from you. From the portal steps a large humanoid creature with magma red skin. It is wearing a fine silk caftan and is adorned with brass and gold torques, chains, and rings, all glittering with jewels. It sees you, and a smile appears on its face. It says, "Ah, how convenient. I have come to this plane to find slaves for my fortress, and I immediately find your group. Seems you were in the right place at the right time."
You're not a Myrmidon. Sorry. thought you
No, I am not. But please step through the portal. I promise not to harm you. Well, not yet anyway. So this creature is telling you to go through the portal under some sort of a threat.
I
If
cast
you do
hold
not.
person.
All right, roll initiative.
But Janie starts us off with a blast. No negotiations. Let's just do it.
Janie's too hot for this shit.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry. I wanted to have a little fun with a
In
gin.
here.
But, oh well.
So
Sorry.
Janie just explodes.
Janie doesn't have any clothes to take off, sorry.
That's why I was going with the just explode versus
Well, I
taking
mean,
off the
she is a
clothes.
fire
Yeah.
sorceress.
Yeah. Like, for some reason, people with fire powers, their clothes just don't really.
Burn off.
No. They just kind of just hang around.
I got a counter offer. How about you get me some pretty cool spell components and maybe some Myrmidon armor? I'm looking for that, and we'll let you live.
You can say that on your turn when it gets to your turn.
Okay.
Initiative, Janie.
12.
12. Arvine.
10.
10. That's low for Arvine.
Yeah, it is. You roll a
Strax and constructs.
5.
11.
11.
10, 11, 12. All right. Matisse.
14.
14.
10, 11, 12, 14.
What is it? The gin got 13, right?
I haven't actually rolled it. Here we go.
I'm assuming it's a gin. It just sounds like one.
Don't assume.
It is in a freaky.
You're freaky.
It's a freaky deal.
Ah, it's a freaky. What kind of gin?
I gotta stop using this die. The 11, almost all the paint has gone off the 11.
Right up to 11.
Well, at least then you know which one it is.
What's your modifier there, Janie? Your dexterity modifier?
My dex
I've
modifier
gotten
is
this
plus
far
2.
with it.
Okay.
I don't think there's a save.
Before we actually start, let me do the save for the. What was it, whole person or charm person?
Set the blood.
Hold person,
Whole person.
which is a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, you
Might not be the best for this guy, but it's the best
Which I
thing I can pull out of my pocket.
Reflexive reaction.
isn't.
It's a good one.
Hold it, buddy.
No means no.
No means
It's
no.
not my
The creature got a 23. Okay.
That's fine.
Okay. So our initiative is Matisse, Janie, Afriti, Strax, and Arvine. So we put that on the initiative board. Matisse up at the top.
We can do it the old-fashioned way if we need to shoot it.
Janie,
Using a black power pistol is a good idea.
Strax, Arvine. Initiative board is set up. So now I gotta put out the map, which I'm using the low-key battle mats. They don't sponsor us, but they're awesome.
There's a low-key battle map variant?
Oh.
Gonna take a quick rope around the living room.
I appreciate your nerdy reference to the Loki series, John. I know it's in here somewhere.
I know it's in here somewhere. Somewhere.
You have to fire that battle map.
That was a terrible joke.
I didn't even get it. It was so bad.
Crack jokes. It's like dad jokes on the worst.
Any chance you can move that a little toward you, Gray? And move your phone. Yep. We need a place for the fight, Greg. Stop hogging the table. John, would you mind putting you guys out? Just like somewhere in the middle, maybe a little bit closer to where you got.
is the lava or anything actual?
That is just glowing underneath the surface, so those things actually don't count as anything. It's just ambience.
Okay. So, open field. Got it.
Yes, open field, yep. For the listeners, I'm using the Loki Giant Book of Battle Maps, Volume 2, and I'm on page 49, which is one of the lava ones. Or volcano ones, I should say.
Any objection to the placement?
Okay.
No. Well, you didn't.
I'm going to ask Sarah, our photographer, to take a couple of pictures as we go.
No.
Things. Oh, that's her angel.
That's her angel form.
And top of the round, we will start with Matisse, our Diva Paladin.
Okay. So, laser sword will work. Wait, let's see. What else can I do?
You can surrender. No.
Yeah.
I'm sure Mr. Nefertiti would like that.
Afridi.
Nefertiti.
It'll be a little easier once people are in melee.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Matisse is thinking about what she's going to do.
Can I do this spell as...
Nope, you can't do that spell. Anything but that spell.
This one
He's like, I'm totally
work? Okay, so
ignoring
it's
you.
a bonus action.
You're being a punk.
All right, so I'm going to cast and see if this works. Spirit Shroud.
Okay. What does that do?
It's a bonus action,
Okay.
and it says you call forth spirits of the dead which fit around you for the spell's duration. The spirits are intangible and invulnerable. Until the spell ends, you attack. Any attack you make deals 1d8 extra damage when you hit a creature within 10 feet of you. This damage is radiant, necrotic, or cold. Your choice when you cast this spell. Any creatures that takes this damage can't regain hit points until the start of your next turn. In addition, any creature of your choice that you can see that starts its turn within 10 feet of you has its speed reduced by 10 until the start of your next turn.
Okay. So which type of damage are you choosing?
I'm going to choose cold.
Seems appropriate.
Yes.
Probably a wise choice.
So that was a bonus action.
Yes.
So you're going to try to move up there to where the creature is.
Yes.
Okay. You can go ahead and move yourself. You're up in the front there.
Okay. So.
What's your speed?
30.
Okay. So you can get there with 30, but you just went 40.
Oh. Okay.
No. So go back to it. Yeah, you were there, right?
Starting here, so we'll go.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Oh.
For some reason, you went a really, really roundabout way and you weren't going to make it. I'm like, Greg, you're doing the worst possible thing you could. Okay, so you do have enough move to get up there. And you're going to swing with the laser sword.
Yes.
Laser it up.
Ooh, whoops.
Matisse fights with laser sword and shield.
Okay. Ooh, that's good.
Oh, good damage roll.
All right. So that is going to be. 16 to hit.
It's a 14 on the die, Greg. I don't think your attack bonus is +2.
Oh wait. 24 to hit.
Yeah, that's
There you
better.
go.
That definitely hits.
It is Friday and it's been very early.
Greg has 6 a.m. days. Yes, and the damage is?
It is going to be. I get to roll an extra D8.
An extra d8, which will be cold damage.
So So it's going to be
So 8 plus your modifier.
13
Okay, 13.
regular
Force, yep.
and 3 cold.
Okay. So let me check and see here. Okay. So you hit it with the laser sword, and there's this blast of cold energy as you hit it, and sort of like in the spot where you hit the Ifriti with the laser sword, there's like this cold area for a minute, and then the cold very quickly dissipates away. But it does definitely take the damage. So it was 16. Okay. Do you have a second attack? Pretty sure you have another attack, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so that is going to be 14 to hit.
That misses.
Okay.
The lower half of its body sort of turns into this fire, and it kind of swishes out of the way. And you were going for its leg, but it turned into a fiery mist, and you kind of went right through it. So it is sort of flying there with this lower half of its body sort of made of fire. And that is Matisse, Diva Paladin. So then we're going on to Janie, our Kalashtar Sorceress.
Oh boy.
Sorry, before we continue, what happened when you hit it with the laser sword?
It took damage.
It did take damage.
Yeah, I was using a lot of description just for flavor.
Okay.
But
Just wanted to make sure there was nothing
Nope.
mechanically.
Because he also did this cool,
There's nothing
this cool
mechanically
thing that
going
does
on.
cold damage in addition as a spell.
Yeah, I used to spell.
He did extra cold
Spirit
damage to it.
Shroud.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep.
That's awesome. Check your text screen.
Top secret text going on.
Uh-oh. Gotta love those under-the-table dealings.
Photographer's photographing.
What's going on with Janie, the Kalashtar Sorceress?
Is that your top secret package there that came in the mail?
That is a top secret package. Top secret
We don't
package that
want to
came in the
know
mail.
about your package.
That's top secret. I don't want to know.
It's a red fiery demon.
I guess in a manner of speaking.
Janie, Kalashtar Sorceress.
Cool mini. I'll take a look at it.
That thought.
It is a pretty cool mini.
Guessing that fire damage is probably not going to do me much good.
Fireball.
Fireball!
But
You just need to do more fire damage.
I
That's
was
all.
like, this is going to be interesting for Janie.
Yes, I can. with
I
that.
have force damage though. Magic missile!
You do.
The skeleton key to all kinds of damage. Almost any kind of damage resistance.
Oh, let's go
Yeah,
level
when in doubt,
3.
force damage.
So this is Magic Missile.
Yeah, let's go level 3 magic missile.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm hoping I'm actually talking into a mic. Which is 5 darts. One day I'm actually going to remember how many darts every level is. Okay. 2, 5,
Magic missiles come flying out.
14 plus 5 is 19.
19 force
Force damage, please.
That looks like you wild surged.
I wild surge.
That's a good start.
Where's my D100?
I don't know. Did you check your butt? Is it in your butt?
Beat me to saying it.
So the magic missiles hit the Ifriti, and then
I thought I saw it.
burst of energy comes off of Janie.
I know I took it out of the bag.
So John,
Oh, there it is. Okay.
crisis averted. Oh boy.
Or is it?
Round and round.
The
and
thunk of the
round.
D100.
That looks like
12?
12? I don't
Oh boy. Not a fireball, but
Hopefully it's helpful versus harmful.
Roll a D10. Your height changes by the number of inches equal to that roll. If the roll is odd, you shrink. If the roll is even, you grow. Come on, odd. Come on, odd.
Janie's going to be a fire midget.
7?
I shrink 7 inches.
All right.
Now you're
Burst of
shorter
energy,
than
and then
already.
Janie shrinks a little. You're like, wait, did she just...
Did you just deflate?
She get shorter?
I thought you were taller than me.
What?
Do you want to move or any bonus action shenanigans there, Janie?
No, I think I'm gonna stay right where I am.
Okay. So moving on to the Ifriti.
Are there actually hazards on the ground there, Chris, or is it just
No,
for
no,
effect?
those are just for ambience, for flavor.
Okay, I just wanted to
Yeah.
check.
Ambiance.
So it's the Afridi's turn.
Oh boy.
Let's see here. It can cast enlarge and reduce. I can shrink too.
Oh yeah, prove it.
Shoddy.
Ooh, it can cast tongues. There's a joke there.
Flame tongues.
I know exactly what that joke is.
None of that here.
Oh, but it's going to cast this one. Oh man, I'm going to need my player's handbook for this because I don't have need to be on right in front of me. Hold, please. Does somebody have a PH with them right now?
A what?
Player's handbook.
Oh, I do.
Sarah, beat you to it, John.
Boo!
Nerds.
Just underneath the monster manual.
Excuses.
That darn monster manual. Hey, no phone stuff.
Anyway. Oh, it's her party.
Okay, let's see. Conjure Elemental. Call forth Elemental Servant. Choose an area. Choose
Oh, hey.
air, earth, fire, or water. An elemental appears there.
I wonder what it's gonna summon.
Okay. Okay, so it summons a fire elemental.
Can I make an Arcana check Arcana check to understand the ins and outs of what he just cast?
Sure.
19. Is that enough for me to read up on the spell?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's fine.
That's interesting. My D&D Beyond just said that you did something to taste. I didn't know that it networked among the party at this point. That's cool. All right.
Like I
I'm down with
accidentally
it.
hit the thing and it rolled a dice.
Oh.
It rolled damage,
Neato.
which is cool.
If I remember something about that spell.
So fire elemental appears there.
Oh, did it start
we
its
do
turn
have members of the
within
party
10
with
feet of me?
counter spell.
It did. So its speed is reduced by 10.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, that is a good question. Good point. Do I have-
Matisse, do you have counter spell?
I do.
So he's conjuring an elemental thing.
It's probably a good idea if he doesn't.
Did he cast a spell?
He did. He cast Conjure Elemental.
But
We're trying to
it's not my
remember.
turn.
It's a reaction.
It's a reaction. You can do it. You can
Oh,
spend your
okay.
reaction to just do it.
Oh,
I have
okay.
counter spell.
Okay, we both do then.
I mean, her spell save is probably higher.
Oh, you know what? Mine is,
Dispel magic.
yeah, mine's
Yeah.
different.
You don't have counter spell. I thought you would both. Okay.
If you have counterspell, Janie, you can try to counterspell this.
No, I don't
Okay.
have
Alright,
it.
then Janie's the one who has it.
How do you...
I think I specifically took the spell
So
magic
you,
for
you,
a
you just
reason.
cast it,
Probably
and
'cause we
then
knew Janie
depending on the
had
level of the spell
counterspell.
that the Ifriti is casting, you may have to make a check.
Okay.
It should tell you there in the description.
So you attempt to interrupt the creature in progress of spell.
It's not my turn, so I-
Casting a spell of third level or lower, spell fails.
You can also cast it from higher level if you want.
So I'll check the spell and see if it's third level or lower.
At higher levels, when you cast a spell using a spell slot of fourth level or higher, the interrupted spell has no effect if its level is less than or equal to the level of the spell slot you use. So I'm going to cast counter spell at fifth level.
At fifth level. Okay. In which case, you see the elemental begin to appear near the party, and then your magic,
Is this a bad thing? Okay.
your magic lashes out and disrupts the fire elemental, and it doesn't completely form. So your counterspell is effective.
I'm glad I
five.
all of a sudden decided to pay attention. I'm like, wait, is he casting a spell?
That's a good
I have
guess.
something for that.
Plus
Good guess, because that
one
was
to
a
attention.
that was a 5th level spell.
Can you grab me the mini there?
This is why Kate says, ask questions.
She is the party. Pay
Wait,
attention
this is
to
somebody
the
who's already
stuffs.
had spells.
Pay attention to the stuffs person for the party.
Yeah, every now and then, Kate's mothering does actually come in handy.
Sorry.
It's okay. We're not used.
Looking at sparkly things.
We're not used to fighting spellcasters, so it's not
It's
something we
true.
think of.
This is very true, actually.
Okay, so that was its action. I don't think it has anything else weird it can do. Nope.
I all of a sudden was
So-
like, wait, do I not want it to not cast the fire elemental? Like, is that what we're trying to get?
Now we're double. Thank you.
We're looking for a very
So
specific
Strax,
type.
Hobgoblin, Artificer, and Constructs.
Actually, I'd like to do more, but what? Too bad. So, okay, so Strax, Hobgoblin, Artificer, and Constructs.
I love you. Did I mention that my medication gives me goo brain?
I like that goo brand.
We have parent brains.
We have parent brain.
Feels, lady.
So hard to
So
think.
at this point, I will say, how about I give you a better offer? You give us all that jewelry you're wearing and some Myrmidon armor because I need that, and we won't kick your ass.
This is like a kill your character.
I can't even hate on that. Actually. I can't. Well done, sir. Well done.
That was rather amusing. But he says, "Oh, darling, I don't think so."
Oh, he
Oh,
said
darling.
darling. Oh.
All right,
First
sweetie.
time Strax has had something hair on him in like his whole life.
Hey, oh.
Other than that hobgoblin chick with the beard.
All right.
Okay.
Be ready for prime time. What I just said.
I already made a note for this.
All right, hold on. One branding smite, and I press the little button on the side of my
Branding Smite and
Press the button on the side of your what?
on the side of my crossbow.
hand crossbow.
That's it.
Hand crossbow, John.
America
And
could
crossbow.
see his hand movements.
He's cranking some kind
It
of
is somewhat
device.
confusing.
It is.
Is this one confusing?
Wow.
All right.
This is the
So
first time John has given me the finger.
Rare profanity from John.
AC 17.
17 does hit.
Okay, for 12 piercing plus, what was it, 2d6? I think it was another 2d6 radiant. That's another 5 radiant.
5 radiant. I'm sorry, well, how much is the total? I missed the before the radiant part.
So it was 12 plus 5, so 17.
17. Got it.
That was...
Okay, take some magical bolts.
Okay, and second shot is just normal. AC bleh.
AC bleh.
It's 14.
14. Goes right through the place where its legs were, which is now some fiery fire. Fiery fire.
I can't command him to dash, unfortunately.
Oh, I'm so dumb. There's other things I should have done, but that's okay. Play your monsters right, Chris.
Now there's ogres.
I'll just have him move.
That's okay. It usually benefits you guys when I screw up with the monsters, so. That is a cool menu, though. I think it's from Rage of Demons, I think.
I'm moving myself over here.
Rage!
From WizKids, who don't sponsor us, but they
Put
could.
out the party. Very wise.
You all set, Strax?
Yep, that's my moves.
Okay, Arvine, SMR Fighter.
Alright, so she is good to go. Birdie to there first, and because she's got some roguiness, she's gonna
Roguey rogues.
this action dash.
Rogie must rogie rogue.
I want to give herself advantage.
But Kate's giving herself advantage. Never.
But that gives me
Tactics, man.
advantage too.
Tactics. Alright. So she can swing with a laser sword.
Swing.
Swing, swing. Alright. Sure, sure. She is going to hit for AC 21.
AC 21 does hit. This is also a
Okay.
laser sword attack.
Yes, it is. So that is minimum damage. Screw you, dice. But still, it's going to be, let's see here, 7 magical force damage.
7.
And then fire.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 7, 7, 7, 7.
So then we will do another swing. Extra attack. She's going to hit for AC 20.
That will hit.
Alright, so the sneak attack damage added to that one, that's going to be 5, so that'll be 11
11.
magical force damage.
Turn it up to 11.
Right up to 11.
11.
And I think that will be her turn. I mean, she could
Okay.
go one. Torn between. Am I still within 10 feet of Matisse right now? Or am I?
No, you're 15 feet away from
Okay.
Matisse.
Walk me around once we're this way. Just so I get back. No,
Other way.
this right here, so I'm within 10 feet of her. Yeah, for now. You can move back into flanking on your turn, but for the sake of saves and stuff, it's good for me to be within 10 feet of you right
So
now.
you're just gonna be like dancing around and
Yeah, a flanking dance.
Shall we dance?
Awesome.
1, 2, 3, and
3, 2, 1.
All right, so back up to the top of the round. We're at Matisse, Diva, Paladin.
But Matisse, if you're gonna do something, then you staying right there is potentially wise.
Whatever it is that Kate texted you about.
I can't see my face.
That's a good thing, Greg. Heyo!
Oh, ooh, what a goober.
no. Not funny.
Greg is a handsome man. I'm just giving him a hard time.
Okay. I'm just saying.
it's only because Chris is jealous.
You know what? As a
It's true.
as a personal victim of internet attack this week,
Really?
yes,
People are tool bags.
people are tool bags.
Give me their
Let's
names.
not hate.
John L. Go all ninja and we'll go over there.
All right. So,
So, Matisse?
I'm going to try and see if I can use my channel divinity
Okay.
to turn the faithless.
Okay.
And as an action, that allows me to present my holy symbol, and each Fey or fiend within 30 feet that can hear must make a wisdom saving throw, and then on that, if they fail, they get a turn for 1 minute, or until it takes damage.
Okay. So you call upon the divine power of Mayheen, correct?
Yes.
Okay. This hasn't come up in a while. So you call on the divine power of Mayheen, and there's this flash of energy, and the creature says, "I don't think so, darling."
Could have been not a fiend. That would be the there's
Yeah, you kind of got that impression from
aberrations.
the failure of that
yeah.
other.
All right. So that's
Is that an action?
that is.
It'll tell you in the description.
Yes,
It
an action.
is.
it was worth trying.
So unless you want to use your fizzy point to hit him once, then
Okay. Well, it's worth it.
you can still smite, especially if you're critical. Now
You can action point it up and take a single attack.
Yes.
Are you gonna walk yourself around there? Yeah, do the dance.
Action point. Here we go.
So, and I still have that.
Janie, you're on deck.
extra D8.
Okay, sorry.
No, I'm just I'm trying to get in the habit of that. Not that you guys can't see the initiative board, but I'm just trying to get into the habit of it.
Oh, this one is, but that one. All right, so it's going to be.
Still cocked. There you go.
Let's see. So it's +8, 23 to hit.
23 does hit, yeah.
And it's
Noise.
4. Go back here. So 10 regular damage.
10 force, yep.
And then 4
Cold. Okay. Okay, so again, when the laser sword hits, you see that blast of cold on the Ifriti, and then it kind of dissipates.
What's the spell again, Greg?
It's
Is that your turn, Greg?
Yes.
Matisse, okay. Janie, Clash Star
Spirit
Sorceress,
Shroud.
you are up.
I could do
Spirit Shroud.
or necrotic damage.
Cold was a good guess, though, as far as something he might be vulnerable to. That or Radiant would be your two best.
Is that a concentration up to 1 minute spell? Okay.
Nice.
Janie's measuring. Measuring distances.
She's measuring boom booms.
Measure boom booms!
Except not fire boom booms, because we think that might work well.
He's so on fire. He's so on fire, feeling
Hot, hot, hot.
going boom, 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 boom.
Here's a boom, 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 boom. I don't think that's gonna work yet, but I'm gonna move forward. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Magic missile!
Magic missile.
Hey. There's
Yes,
nothing wrong
magic
with
missile.
consistent damage.
Let's go level 4 this time.
Ooh, level 4.
Attacking the darkness!
I'm attacking the darkness in your skull.
This is valid.
It's a 6 dice, right?
6 darts.
6 darts.
Did one just fall out of my... No. One just slipped out of my hand.
Here's your easy formula. For the number of dice, 2 plus the level you're casting it.
Screw you, John. 1, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Plus
6.
6.
I think you can do that one.
20 force damage.
24
20
damage.
force damage.
Gotcha.
No wild surge this time. It's an 11.
I tapped to 11.
Okay, gets hits with all the missiles, and no wild surge. And then we are. Is that your turn, Janie?
That is my turn.
Okay. So we are on to the Afriti. That last barrage of magic missiles did bloody the Afriti.
Yay! Bloody, 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 blue.
And it says, well, this won't do. And turns invisible.
Oh, jeez. Not a bad one to counter either, but resources.
Counterspell.
It's up to you.
Assuming that's a spell.
Assuming it's a spell. That's up to you.
I don't know if I want to waste another 5th level counterspell.
Go fourth, third.
Well, greater invisibility comes in 4th level. But invisibility is like 2nd level or higher. So why don't I try 3rd level counterspell? Cast 3rd level counterspell.
Third level counterspell, okay. So the creature starts to fade away, and you lash out with your energy, and then it doesn't quite get there, and then sort of goes back to looking normal. So you do counterspell the invisibility.
We're just shutting this guy down.
As Metallica would say, Janie is our hero of the day.
So it says, well, you're going to be a problem. It flies straight up, so the two of you get opportunity attacks.
Sure.
And you didn't move back, so you're both
Yeah,
flanking.
with advantage. There we go. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's 9.
That's better.
Hit for AC 26.
That hits.
So let's see, plus 8, 16.
Miss.
Ugh.
So AC 26 for
Nine. You gave your
9
bonuses plus
magical force damage.
Yes.
9.
Oh,
wait.
17. Sorry.
Does AC 17 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay,
Okay.
so Greg also hit you.
Okay, how much damage, Greg?
So 9 plus 2.
11. Okay.
Thank you, sir. For helping me to math properly.
Yeah. And you can always smite on the non-criticals, but I know your spell slots are limited, so it's always a big.
Sorry, hopefully I don't use all my resources. You know, just like poking
I'm feeling
things
the
later.
elemental fight might be a bigger fight, but we'll see. This dude seems problematic.
Darling.
Darling.
Okay, so let's see.
Oh. Does it slow him more on my turns?
So, the creature moved up 20 feet, Greg, because it had minus. Oh, actually, wait, what's its. Well, its fly is 40, so it's actually 30 feet up.
30 feet up?
Its fly is 40.
Okay.
It moves up 30 feet
Okay.
because Greg's spell takes 10 off its movement.
Okay. That's important, actually.
And it's actually going to fly. Okay, so then we're on to Strax, Hobgoblin Artificer, and Constructs.
Came after me.
That might trigger some arcane protectiveness, right?
Things aren't going well for you. Give you another chance.
Sorry, no.
All right. Your funeral. I reach out and I touch a Gurg. I say,
Touch Matisse.
touch a Matisse. Say, you can fly now.
Ooh, I'm Peter Panning.
You can fly, you can fly.
That's exciting.
That's fine.
Get in the habit of rolling back to the microphone when I laugh loud.
You now have a fly speed of 60 feet.
That's delicious.
That's pretty great.
Okay.
Thank you,
My
Strax.
action.
That's your
I
action?
have bonus actions now.
You do have bonus actions. If you have anything, you can use them for.
You should fly up there and just.
Well, they kind of out of range for Mr. Bitey.
We're just going to develop the sign language. What's going on, John?
I actually don't think I have a use for my
John
bonus
is
action,
always in
so
my pictures, by the way.
Okay.
I'll just have move a little closer.
And his big hands.
You get out of conal.
Out of cone range.
Good call, good call.
And yeah, that will do.
On to Arvine, SMR
Knowing
fighter.
that I'm about to cast a cone?
No, not you.
Oh, him.
Alright. So, let's see here. He is going to say two can play that game and bamf out her wings.
Blow it up.
Okay.
Feels like overkill, but whatever.
Hey,
Still fun.
not being able to hit him is underkill, so.
Right,
The fight is moving into the air
right.
for like half the group.
Damping out the wings is an action. She's gonna action surge. Let's see. so action surge. She's gonna fly up there, 30 feet up into the air, right next to him.
Okay.
Get in his.
15 feet. Oh,
Did you break her?
she's been disarmed.
Dude!
I'm sorry.
Oh no.
John broke the arm off.
I've disarmed your winged form.
Man.
Not the arm that was holding a weapon, though.
I had the knife, but alright.
I'm sorry.
That's
I barely
okay.
touched it. I swear, I barely touched it.
John smash.
Oh, I'm so ashamed.
Now you're breaking my stuff, John.
Yeah.
Alright, so she is going to lay into him with the laser swords.
Laser swords.
She hasn't used her bonus action this turn, so she's going to get the offhand attack too, which is nice. Let's see here. What am I going to use? That one. Sure, maybe you can play. And it's not with advantage. Unless I wanted to give myself advantage. Let's see what happens. Alright, AC 27.
That hits.
AC 27 for...
That still hits.
What about AC 27?
Still hits.
For, let's see, 13
13. Okay.
magical force damage. And then extra attack. Ooh, AC 13 probably won't do it.
Miss.
Okay. So,
Dodges out of the way.
there we go. Wow, and another miss.
Goes right through its fire underneath it that it's using to fly with.
Oh, jeez. Let's see here.
Do you have your point?
I do. Question is, do I want to kill it now? Probably worth it. Might be planning to do something nasty. Let's try.
Oh, we're Unga Bunga.
This is not the Unga Bunga track, right? This is a great track, though.
Okay, so the action point, she's gonna do one more attack.
After hearing you guys listen to this track and go, "Whoa," whenever that part came up, they started using it on Critical Role, and Critical Role started doing the same thing.
AC 14. Should have used the thing that gave
Miss.
me advantage.
One hit,
Sucks
but then
a lot.
vroom, vroom, vroom,
Sucks a
3
lot.
misses.
You know, Kate,
Wow.
you're allowed to miss every now and
true.
then.
Oh, you mean when you went,
Yes. Okay, so then we are back up to the top of the round. Matisse, Diva, Paladin.
Buddy Matisse with her 60-foot flying speed.
how do I get over there?
You just fly around.
Bye.
You just fly around behind there.
You just fly up and do it.
You're 60 feet.
Do it.
60 feet flying, you own this battlefield.
All right. That's,
Own it.
that's
No! Stop with your stupid pictures.
Okay. So,
I'm gonna smack you.
ooh, that's good there.
Ashkoderia. Ashkoderia.
Let's go right there. Yeah, 24 to hit,
24 definitely hits.
and that is going to be for 10 plus 2.
12. Got it.
That's attack number 1.
Attack number 1. Yep.
Attack number 2. That is going to be for 20 to hit,
20 hits.
and that's going to be for 9 plus 2.
11. Okay. Arvine missed a lot, but then you went right up and flanked, and bam, bam. 2 laser sword strikes. Were you doing
The cold.
the cold was in there?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Just checking. All right, and then we're on to Janie, our Kalashtar sorceress.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
If a spell says that you touch a willing creature, can you touch yourself?
Yes. When I think about you, I touch myself.
I
Oh.
touch myself. I honestly do. Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna stand there and touch myself.
Touch me in the morning.
with a 5th level dragon's breath
Okay.
with cold damage.
I was assuming you wouldn't choose fire.
Well, it gives me the. I can provide one of the following: acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison.
Now, is that a cone?
It's a 15-foot cone.
He's 30 feet
Oh,
up.
he's 30 feet up.
Yeah.
We're back.
And they're also within 15 feet of it.
That's true. On second thought,
Rewind.
I'm gonna untouch myself.
Rewind.
Because I'm not thinking about you. And I'm gonna use my 5th level magic missile.
Back to the good old tried and true magic missile.
And 5th level is gonna be 7.
Okay, 7. 7 magic missiles.
Ping, 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 ping.
I played a game once with a paladin that every time they used laying on hands of themselves, they Michael Jackson.
Okay, 3, 6, 10, 14, 16, and 20 plus 7 is 27 force damage.
Wow.
27. And a wild surge.
100.
Oh no!
That's the roll again one, isn't it?
I don't know.
I've never gotten 100. That's cool. What are the chances?
1 in 100.
Critical wild.
You regain
Thanks,
all
John.
expended sorcery points.
No, I
haven't used any though.
Oh.
No.
No.
But good to know.
100.
Yeah, just use up all your sorcery points and then roll 100.
Roll 100.
Then you're good.
'Cause, you know, that's not a 1 in 100 shot.
So is that your cool fun turn?
That's my cool fun turn. Woo!
He's got to be like almost dead at this point.
Reconsidering his options.
Okay. Let's see. It's the Afridi's turn.
Oh, let's see. Chris, I derped on one thing because I had my wings out. There was extra damage on one of my attacks. I think it.
Just get it next round.
Yeah, sure.
It's on you for forgetting, so.
Sure.
Now there's ogres.
Okay. So it's going to cast a spell. It says, well, this is turning out not to be the best day.
Yes.
And then cast a spell. Are you trying to counter spell?
Yeah.
What level? Notice I'm not saying what the spell is. There was actually a mechanic for that, which we'll talk about later, which we'll use in the next campaign, but for right now.
Yeah, I think I know what it is, but you're running it, so.
Oh,
I'll go level 4 this time.
level 4. Okay. So this fiery portal begins to appear around and behind the Afridi, and you try to grab a hold of it with your magic, and it doesn't quite take purchase. And the creature says, "So long, darlings," and backs up into the portal and disappears.
Oh man.
That was 7th level.
Okay. I think technically there's a save for that.
Yeah.
Unless you just want to call it.
I don't know. Do you,
If it's 4th level or higher, make an ability check using
Oh.
your spellcasting ability.
okay, so you get to make an
The
ability
DC
check.
equals 10 plus the spell's level. On a success, the creature's spell fails.
Okay.
So you have to make a DC 17.
So you roll and add your intelligence, or no, your charisma. That's your spellcaster, then,
Yep.
right?
Yes, for sorceress.
Yeah. So add your charisma bonus to whatever you roll.
Okay.
You gotta get 17. Okay.
Bend luck! Bend
Bending luck.
3.
Nice.
That's an 18.
That's 18! Shenanigans!
We're keeping him.
He says, really? Okay, so the spell fails.
Counterspell sucks, doesn't it? when you're trying to have a really cool big bad person and somebody keeps counterspelling your things, I wouldn't know what that feels like.
Does John know what that feels like?
Did you counterspell the
Everything.
The Strahd fight?
No, the whatever the little stupid little gnome guy I had you fighting
Oh.
Stupid little gnome
at
guy
the
you had
end.
fighting.
At the end of our campaign.
Oh, Astus.
Yeah.
Astus, yes.
Yeah.
When he turned out to be the bad dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I was using counter spells on him?
Everything.
Repeat.
Repeat.
Repeat the shorty, aka
Yep.
Astus.
Yep.
Yes. It's Pete and repeat.
Yeah.
Well, this creature should have counterspell also.
I counter your
But
spell.
it doesn't. It
It is
doesn't.
technically, yeah.
So we're on to Strax. It's your turn.
Tracks.
Strax, how about Artificer?
Finish him.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna. Just in case. And pew pew! Let's see. Fire missile number 1. 23 for 8.
23 for 8. Okay.
Am I remembering the last joke yet? 10 and 6. Yeah.
So your magical hand crossbow bolt flies into the chest of the Ifriti, and it disperses in a puff of fire. And a puff of fire and smoke.
I warned you!
You're welcome.
Nice.
Captain here for you.
Yes. Danny was definitely
My
MVP
brother
from
needed
the
a
fight.
kill.
It says, this was such a bad day. Dissipates away.
Now we get your stuff.
Okay.
Sorry.
Loot the corpse.
Loot the corpse.
Loot it.
So let's see. Elemental demise. If the Ifriti dies, its body disintegrates in a flash of fire and a puff of smoke, leaving behind only equipment the Ifriti was wearing or carrying, which was nothing apparently.
Oh, you said he was bejeweled.
Said he was bejeweled,
All right, there.
bedazzled,
Bedazzled.
bejangoed.
I'll do some.
Unchained.
I'll do some random gem treasure here.
Okay. Something that we can pay the crew with.
But I like shiny things.
You can keep a shiny thing.
Oh, I rolled really high.
Nice.
So there are 1,000 gold pieces worth of gems.
Ooh,
All right.
shiny things.
All right. Well,
It's like rings and necklaces and like an earring and
We come back out of the caves, Janie's like dripping in gems.
We should so Strax.
we should start a ship fund.
Strax, where's the stuff that we need to get for your spell?
Well, apparently he didn't have it, so I guess we're just gonna have to keep looking.
I feel like we should take a quick rest before we move on.
But it's hot.
Short rests don't do me any good, and I don't think anybody got hit.
It's true. I mean, yeah, I'd recover my action surge.
I won't recover any spell
fine.
slots.
So at the conclusion of the battle, I need everyone to make Constitution saving throws.
Oh no.
The heat is still very, very difficult to deal with, and you've just been exerting yourself
Are
during
we
a battle.
close enough to Matisse to get the benefit of that?
Yes. I'm not going to split hairs on that. You guys get the bonus. So Constitution saving throw, Janie.
$15.
15, okay.
19.
19. Strax is
13, but come back to me.
13, but come back to you.
Hobnob shenanigans.
17.
17, okay.
That's worth it.
And don't forget you have +2.
Unless
Yeah,
you
that
wanna
includes the
take
plus
levels
2.
of
Unfortunately, I rolled a
exhaustion.
freaking 4.
Oh.
You know what? Yeah, he's not going to pass out of just a little bit of hot weather, so he'll take the +5.
Okay, so it's 18?
So, yep.
Okay, so going around again, Janie got
15.
19.
19, 18,
17.
17. So Janie suffers.
In her defense, she waited until you were done with her, and then you came back to her unexpectedly.
Of course. You suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
It's just ability checks.
It's ability checks, yeah. Disadvantage on ability checks. Okay.
I gotta get this done and get out of here.
So there is another large chamber next to the one you are currently standing in. It looks to be hundreds of feet across with areas of lava scattered throughout the rocky floor. The entrance to the chamber is a 60-foot tall arch. Along the edge of the arch, the rock seems to be carved to resemble large square stones. That's what you see ahead of you.
So the rocks were carved to look like rocks?
No, like building stones, like building blocks.
Oh, okay, so it just...
It's like squares. Everything in here is natural, but then there are these square...
Like
It's carved to look like masonry stone arch, yeah. Yep.
I do not have any proficiency in those kinds of masonry tools, so I'm just gonna be like, huh, and walk through the door.
Okay.
Perceptify the room.
You can make a perception check before you go in.
Okay.
Can I deceptify the room?
I don't think so.
But I have a +8 in deception.
16.
16? Irene?
22.
22. Okay. It doesn't really look all that much different than what you've seen in like the past 10, 15, 20 minutes of exploring. So, but as you approach the arch, a face made from fire appears beneath it. You can make out eyes and a mouth in the center of a swirling, ever-changing wall of fire. It takes up the entire archway, blocking your path. The face speaks. I am the Oracle of Fire. Why have you come here?
Holy smokes. I'm Strax, owner of the Hammered Unicorn Forge. How you doing? I came here looking for some myrmidons. You got any around here?
Yes.
Excellent.
What do you offer?
I got a handful of tiefling horns.
You had more than a handful. That was a big fight.
So it says to you, I have existed for countless millennia. Over the years, I have cast my awareness into the void and gathered much information. If you would like to make an offering, I could share my knowledge with you, or cast my awareness into the universe to attempt to gather information for you.
Well, for me, I just want to know the closest location of some myrmidon so I get some myrmidon armor. What can I say? I'm a very focused individual. Let me see.
I can probably help you with that.
Let me see what I got.
If you make an adequate offering. But it is also giving you a chance to gain information.
I know. I was thinking about how attached do you guys feel to the loot that we recently
The gold.
1,000 gold points worth.
The loot, the instrument?
The
No.
1,000
Hey-o.
GP worth of gems.
Do we
For the
think
highest-
that this guy's going to actually be interested in jewels?
It's probably one of those things where it's
Probably one of those
more
things.
important what we give up rather than what he gains. I mean, thousands of years old. He's probably got everything already.
I'd be inclined to make a large offering for the sake of the ship that we are researching.
Well, that's up to you guys.
Everybody make insight checks.
Insight.
Insight checks.
Don't forget your passive.
Yes, if you get less than your passive, just give me your passive.
That was correct.
That's not confident, isn't it?
Janie, what'd you get?
Passive.
16.
16.
26.
26.
My passive 13.
13.
Passive wisdom perception.
No,
This is insight.
Passive is 17.
17. Okay. So you got a 26, Kate?
I did.
Okay. So you would probably guess that the offering would have to be something that would either be of a sentimental value or something worth a certain gold piece value. You're having a hard time putting your finger on what that might be, but you think it's probably one or the other. You also think maybe it could be like a magical item.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking about that.
Yeah.
What I would give up in this
You
situation.
don't get a sense from the creature that it has to be extremely exorbitant,
Okay.
but you don't exactly know the value.
Okay.
You're just trying to read.
But a pile of gems, because those are individually not worth very much, you don't think that's necessary, I don't think that's necessarily what he's interested in.
Maybe total.
It's interested in.
I don't know what you're saying, honey.
I'm confused if my insight is that a single object has to have the higher value, or if a bunch of smaller objects would worth like a pile of gems.
You think whatever the value is that you are targeting
Yeah.
is just the value. Doesn't matter where it comes from or how many pieces, whether it's one or a million.
But I don't think it has to be very much.
Correct.
Let me take a look through my inventory real quick and think about some things. I do also worry that giving up the loot that we just got is not necessarily ours to speak for, because technically it's the crew's. Or
Yeah, we got other things. That's not a problem.
I have a sapphire bracelet.
You also, the thought occurs to you that you could try to ask more questions to find out more information about the value of the offering.
Okay.
Except that are we gonna have to pay for those answers?
You don't think so?
Kind of raising the eyebrows is what is it that you would see? Certainly there is some information that we could stand to gain.
I will set the price based on what you ask.
If we wanted to know something about finding the original ship known as the Spelljammer, what would the value be of such a question?
The Spelljammer. I do not believe that my powers would even be able to find such a vessel.
I don't think that'll be a major problem. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Fair.
This would be a rare case of a justifiable metagame. Why would I give you the astrolabe and make that a plot hook if you could just come to this guy and ask, "Where's the Spelljammer?"
I guess, what do we do we need...
Tell us where the
more
Spelljammer is.
context?
Screw Chris's plot.
No, so we have something that will help us find it.
Maybe something. Maybe something about how do we gain entry to it.
Yeah, that's a poor question. Yeah. So perhaps
Mostly find it.
locating
Or-
it is a poor question, but trying to glean more
About it.
history or information about the ship itself so that we know how to access it, know how to keep it safe or protect it from others.
I'm sorry, Kate. What was it? Are you asking the oracle a question?
Yes, I'm saying so. Perhaps the location is a poor question to ask, but if we wanted to glean more information about the ship, how to use its capabilities to keep us safe. to protect
I
it
think
from
using
others,
it's not going to be a problem.
no?
I think our biggest problem is going to be getting on board once we find
Accessing it,
Yes.
as my friend has said.
Perhaps an offering of 100 gold pieces, or something of equal value, something potentially of some sentimental value as well, can give you that information.
Okay. Would learning about its history in more detail potentially be included in that, or would you ask more?
You would be able to ask a single question with a single offering, and I would do my best to answer it.
Okay.
Kate tries her best to game the system.
As she does.
I'm trying to
As she
figure
does.
out, well, if we have to ask multiple questions, that's fine.
Oh, we got one question.
Yeah.
That's,
Well,
I'm
for
going to be asking
multiple
about
offerings.
Myrmidons.
Yeah.
Maybe if you have anything in particular you're wanting to ask, because we could probably also use some information on this metal tentacled guy that's coming after us. That potentially.
Zaxos.
Exactly.
Exactly. Zaxos. Exactly.
My thoughts went to learning where your old mob boss still is after all this time, but yes, Zaxos is the more immediate threat for sure.
I'm second thinking my Myrmidon question.
Lady.
Yeah, I'm second thinking you only get one question.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, per offering.
Per offering.
Per offering.
Oh, per offering. Oh, okay.
Yes. You pose a question. He tries to give you some idea of what would be a good offering, and then if you can come up with it, then he'll do
I'm
the
thinking
best.
Okay. In that case, I probably will go ahead and ask about Myrmidons. It'll probably be a cheap question.
Okay.
Earl ever marry me?
Did you ask the Oracle that?
Yeah.
The Oracle says,
Put him on the spot. Jeez.
no. Well, no. I mean, the Oracle says, I can try to guess at the future, but more so I can see things that are happening now or in the past. Do you want me to attempt to look into the future?
Sure.
That would be a challenge for me and would require a significant offering and sentimental or monetary value. Perhaps a magic item, perhaps a very valuable piece of jewelry, perhaps something of sentiment. Again, it's somewhat vague. I mean, probably not 50 gold, but probably not 1,000. Yeah, I'm trying not to get you guys to spend too much money. But the Oracle's not going to say, 327 gold, please.
Cha-ching!
That was 2250. What about the sapphire bracelet I bought after I met Earl the first time?
What is the value of the sapphire bracelet?
50 gold.
50 gold. I am sorry, but I do not feel like that would be sufficient.
Okay, I guess I'll wait.
Well, here's probably a quick one. How much for the nearest location of a Myrmidon?
How much?
I could simply create Myrmidons for you.
Useful. How much for one? More to the point, I'm looking for their armor.
For their armor. I can simply conjure the beings themselves. You'll have to get the armor in your own way.
The old-fashioned way.
That's the way I like it anyway.
What would you offer for the chance to battle these creatures?
His sister. No.
Are you offering?
Make an insight check, John.
Make a
I'll try to give you guys some kind of a guide if you ask a question and make an insight check.
That's not too bad. 18.
18, okay. So you're pretty sure that this would be very easy. It's not like looking into the future.
Okay.
If this is a fire creature that can create fire creatures,
Probably
so
something just go poof.
probably, yeah, an offering is probably relatively small.
Yeah.
So you make it an offering, and we'll see what it says.
Gold is so cheap. Have I got anything useful here? Ooh, my tinderbox. No. Seems appropriate.
I understand.
Here, have my wand. I don't use it anymore. I got a staff of adder.
Blackadder?
Might be worth 30 gold to me if you want to. For just to pop one in.
I accept your offering.
All right. Take it. What do you want me? Just put it in your mouth or something?
Simply throw it into the fire.
Okay. 30 gold. Into the fire.
All right, so you throw it into the arch, and it kind of hits the fire, and then kind of dissipates.
Okay. Cool.
And you see
Literally throwing money away.
you see on the
Worth.
Burning it
you
up.
see behind the Oracle behind the fiery face, you see 3 Myrmidons appear in the room behind it.
Nice.
And they're just kind of like,
Chilling there.
you know,
Hanging out.
and like a video game when you see a monster that has a big trigger. Just kind of hanging out there.
Waiting for the
Street
The
Fighter.
aggro trigger.
yeah,
Yeah.
Just forever in that GIF loop.
yes.
title animation.
Popping
Nice.
and weaving.
All right.
Okay.
And weaving.
So,
I'll take care of my immediate
seeing the
desires.
future is difficult and costs a lot of money, or something of high value. Summoning fire creatures, not that much of a big deal for this thing.
No.
Okay.
Does anybody else have anything else they want to ask?
Arvine takes 100 gold and tosses it into the fire and says, "What can you tell me?"
Well, ask the question first.
I was. How do we access the Spelljammer if we manage to find it?
Define access.
Get on board. Be able to get to the controls.
You know, I'm going to leave that question to you, Strax. What can you tell me about the history of the Spelljammer?
The history of the Spelljammer.
It's a very long history. You might be here a while.
Is that what is the value of such a question?
Make an insight check.
That's not wonderful. 13. My passive insight of 16 is still higher.
Of 16. Okay, it's not bad. You're thinking probably something in the neighborhood of like 100 to 200 gold pieces.
Okay.
Again, or something of sentimental value, or something possibly magical.
Okay.
But probably somewhere within the 1 to 200 gold piece range. I
Okay.
think.
So she takes 150 gold
Mhm.
and tosses it into
Okay.
the fire.
It says, "I accept your offering." The Spelljammer's history is difficult even for me to see, but it has existed since the beginning of time. I am not sure who created it or how it came into existence, but it has the ability to move creatures from itself to other planetary bodies in an instant over somewhat of a short distance, and then can take creatures from that distance and put them back onto its surface.
Teleportation.
Yep, Scotty. Nice.
It
So it's the end.
It travels faster than any known spelljamming vessel that has ever existed or ever will exist, I would think. It has energy weapons, which are more powerful than any other vessel or any other source in the universe. And it can completely sustain a population the size of a small city with food and supplies of any kind. It seems to use magic to create these objects for whoever is in control. Although many times there are multiple factions that will try to fight for control. And you can also find the remnants of many societies that have fought one another while trying to gain control. There are areas of the ship where you could find huge amounts of treasure and items left behind from massive battles that have taken place to control the Spelljammer. There is no way that I'm aware of to find where it is.
Interesting. Oh, look.
You done?
Tell
Subtly
them that we have
distracts.
it.
No, I'm not.
So considering that you have the astrolabe, that speaks that's what the Oracle just said speaks to the significance of the power level of the astrolabe. Okay? Yes. It's the artifact that you have is extremely powerful.
Level 10 power weapon.
All right, my question then. Next question. I kind of got two, but let's start with.
Matisse puts up her hand.
Oh, Matisse wants. Oh, go ahead, Matisse. You can ask your question next. I had my turn.
She says, "Can you tell me if my past is yet again catching up with me?"
Make an insight check on the Oracle. That's pretty good.
Let's see, so that's +7. So, I can't math right now. 26. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, you have a very interesting history. So, do you have any sort of sentimental item? I'm asking as the DM, do you have any sentimental items, regardless of gold piece value? Anything that connects to your past at all?
I'm trying to think. I'm going to say, even though I don't have it here, that she has a trinket that goes back to...
One of her past lives? Okay. To Alec, maybe? Okay. So, with your insight check, you feel that if you were to give up that trinket, that it would get you the information that you want.
Okay. So she takes that item and
Throws it into the fire?
Yeah.
Okay. So, your former employer is aware of the life that you currently lead. And there is a bounty hunter that wears red armor that has tracked you to the rock. And you may expect a visit from this bounty hunter at some point in the future on behalf of Alec's old employer.
Okay. It is as I expected.
Is it? I'm taking this as somebody that we shouldn't welcome, but we should instead welcome.
Yes, that is a correct assumption of this.
I like those kinds of welcomes.
Place the bounty.
So we may want to, make like we did to the last friend.
Yes, Miltoil was the one who placed the bounty that sent.
Oh, I took care of the last one just fine.
Well, that's forewarned is forearmed. That's good to know. So, anyway, back on the subject of our famous ship.
Famous.
Famous ship, Trebek.
Famous. We're back on that again. Yeah.
I'll take the rapists. That's therapists, Mr. Connery.
I'm Strax Trebek.
Or is it an
Strax Connery.
I have a question.
What is your question?
What's the connection between the Illithids, the Illithid Empire, and are they all in connection? Does that make any sense?
That made no sense at all,
No
dear.
sense
Let me
at
try
all.
again.
NBC on the rock, you mean, Jane?
Just rephrase.
I'm talking about the tentacle guy.
I just want to know more about the Illithid Empire.
Well, the Elden Empire?
Who they are and how they developed and
Okay.
what they're all about.
Okay.
Ilaboot.
That information is available to me. Make an insight check.
Janie don't have no insight.
She does.
Has to make it better.
Ooh, critical.
23.
She's focused like a laser on this one.
Okay. So.
Well, the Illithid Empire did just kill our captain.
be-
Janie's pretty
She's a beef.
fracking pissed about that.
Okay, so it's specifically about the Illithid Empire, right? That's what you're asking. Okay. So you get a sense. I mean, you could give up something of sentimental value, something that is magical that maybe might be like a common magic item, or maybe something of maybe like around 100 gold piece value. One of those three things would probably be a sufficient offering.
Well, her wand used to be her spellcasting
Focus.
focus.
The first spell.
That would technically be sentimental, as that would have been her original spellcasting focus.
Sure.
So would that be
You feel like that would be sufficient, yeah.
okay? So she casts her original wand into the fire.
Okay. And you're just asking about information about the Illithid Empire.
Yeah.
Okay. The Illithid Empire is led by a creature named Zaxos. The Illithid Empire's goal is to try to spread itself across the galaxy, across the universe, to reach out as far as it possibly can and have ultimate dominion and rule over every planet, every celestial body. Zaxos is cunning, but somewhat mad at the same time. Zaxos lost its tentacles in the front during a battle and replaced them with mechanical tentacles instead. They are spreading out in all directions, including towards the Rock of Brawl. And just a point of note, the Oracle you didn't tell the Oracle that you were from the Rock.
Okay.
It's an oracle. It knows.
Yeah. But it does specifically mention that. The Illithid Empire is not connected with the Illithid Embassy on the Rock. At least not yet. And the bounty hunter in the red armor is under the employ of Zaxos.
Interesting.
The Illithid Empire has existed for the last 5 years and is growing in power and has many planets under its sway already. I suspect they will try to occupy where you all reside in their conquest of space.
All right, so
Does Zaxos have any known weaknesses?
You think a second question would need a second offering.
Okay.
Do you want to ask that then?
Yes.
Okay.
is Kate writing furiously?
Well, yeah.
Kate-
That's
Kate-
the
Kate is
most
the note taker.
information we've gotten on the Illithid Empire at all.
That information is within my vision. Make an insight check again.
14.
14. Okay. You don't really get a sense that this is information that is very special or very unique. So you think a small offering, probably something much less than 100 gold or something of relatively low sentimental value. But you just have to give something for this. Not a lot, but something.
Throw a silver bangle in, 25 gold.
Okay.
Bing.
I accept that offering. Zaxos has powerful psionic abilities and is somewhat physically weak. It is a flesh and blood creature that suffers damage from what would normally affect any flesh and blood creature. Attacking the mind would probably work out badly, but attacking the physical form would be what you would want to do if you were trying to destroy this creature.
So
Does not have any particular defenses other than against mental attacks.
other than a whole freaking empire. So
Yes.
easy enough to kill him if we can get within reach of him. All right.
Do you have another question?
So hold on. So it's we should stop here because we need to stop for the night. So
I'm hoping my questions are quick because I'm going to forget them by next time if you do it. My questions are: is anybody currently occupying the Spelljammer, and what difficulties would we encounter in trying to get control of the ship? Those are the two questions I'd
So write those down. Write those down.
Okay, so we're not doing this tonight.
We'll start with those next time.
Yeah.
Okay. Write those down, Scribe.
Scribe.
Not that we don't have it on audio.
True. So you are all 11th level.
Yay!
Sweet. So
Get some cool stuff in there.
whatever resources that you are down right now, like if you get additional spells or whatever, you can just add the additional spells to whatever you have right now left over.
I think I just finally got all my
Something.
cantrips just all went up.
Yes, I think they go up at 11th. So why don't we go around and roll hit points, and then just like if you're down hit points right now, which I don't know if anybody is, but
Nobody was hitting that fight.
no,
He kept trying to do things.
he was casting spells and kept getting counterspelled by Janie.
Why did you just roll an animal handling
I
check?
apparently
Did D&D Beyond tell you?
Notified all of us.
notifies the whole party when somebody rolls something digitally. It's
That's kind of neat.
kind of cool.
Although you can't do anything sneaky. Inside check. Who'd you roll that on?
Sleight of hand check. What?
Wait, what? What are you trying to take from me?
All right, Janie, Clash Star Sorceress, why don't you roll your hit die?
What do I do? It's a D6. I'm like, what do I do again?
And our house rules are that if you roll lower than the average, you take the average. Well, that's a 1, so you take the average,
Which is a 4.
which is a 4 plus your con.
I almost always have the average.
Arvine, want to roll your hit die?
Alright, Arvine is rolling for another level of rogue, so D8.
Rogue is D8, okay.
I rolled damage, which is 5.
5, okay. So 5 plus your con.
5 plus con.
Of course, if any of you have tough, you have tough,
Use
Janie?
your D8.
The tough feet?
My D8.
Okay. So you get, I think, another 2 hit points per level.
Yep.
Okay, Strax, Hobgoblin Artificer. Arvine, SMR Fighter.
Maybe I should have used your dice.
All right, so you take the average
I take
because you
the
got
average
below
5.
the average. And then Matisse, Diva Paladin.
So mine is a D10, it looks like.
For Paladin, yeah, that sounds right.
10.
10.
Nice.
Nice.
So you
Good
get
job.
12 total with the con, although you only add that rolled addition
Yeah,
to
I'm
your
going to add that. So
character
it's gonna
builder.
be 78.
I get another 3rd level spell slot and a spell storing item, which I can't actually use until my next long rest. So
Ooh, I get an ability score improvement.
All right. So let's say good night to the listeners.
good night, listeners.
Thank you.
Thank you. If you enjoyed this podcast, please leave us a review anywhere this podcast can be found. Our social media links, plus additional content, can be found on our website at knightsofroleplay.com. Please tell your friends about Knights of Roleplay and Adventuring Podcast, and spread the word through social media. Your help and support are greatly appreciated.